Welcome back to Passion World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. And this morning, we're talking about the 10 red tip flags of identity theft. And this is from Money Talks News. The title, Beware These 10 Signs of Identity Theft Before It's Too Late, written by B.T. Ballinger, and it's from this year, October 2025. And he has put together an article that identifies warning signals, and I'm calling them as red flag tips to let you know immediately what's going on, so there's no second guessing and you can take care of it immediately. Identity theft is no joke. I had mine stolen back in Houston, Texas. Elizabeth Cauldwell is a very common name, like Smith and Jones. And they tried to charge $5,000 worth of travel equipment on my charge card. Problem was, they did not know that I'm allergic to certain things, and as a result, that particular charge company knew it was the wrong Elizabeth Cauldwell, and I got him. So here it goes. These red flag tips about your financial data or other personal information may have been stolen, and this is what you have to look for. Identity thieves look for ways to use your personal information to run up charges in your name, steal medical account information, and even grab your tax refunds. Consumers filed more than 2.6 million identity theft reports with the Federal Trade Commission last year. Combined with reports shared from federal, state, and local law enforcement, the number tops 6.5 million. So keep your guard up by heeding these red flag tips identified by the FTC. Number one, make sure you review and notice if there are any changes in your credit report. Yes, I'm signed up with the three major ones, TransUnion, Experian, and I always forget the last one. Sorry. But I always review it weekly because I know what's going on, and I want to make sure whatever they know, we and they talk the same language. When you check your credit report, keep an eye out for anything unusual, and that includes accounts that you don't recognize. This can be evidence that somebody has stolen your identity and has accessed your credit that you built up from when you first left home, or open a new account in your name. And by checking your credit report regularly is a smart tip to keep in mind, and it's easy to do online. The federal law entitles you to one free report every 12 months from each of the three major credit companies: Equifax, I always forget that one, Experian, and TransUnion. Sign up for all three of them. Find out how to protect yourself ahead of time and freeze them so nobody else has access to them unless it's you. 2, discover if you have any unexplained charges on your credit reports. Statements that come in from your bank that tells you if you see withdrawals that you don't recognize or you can't explain, a thief may have gotten into your account and made changes in your name. It has happened. It's been in the news. Wake up. You're no longer in Brigadoon. If you are a victim of identity theft, file a report with the Federal Trade Commission at identitytheft.gov, or go over to the blog at passionatworldtalkradio.com/blog, and the link will be provided for you there. And listen to the audio. These tips can save you and your purse and your personal information millions of times over. Also, you may want to contact the 3 major credit bureaus to request a credit freeze, as I mentioned before, also known as a security freeze. This prevents new accounts from being opened in your name. You can place and lift a credit freeze for free thanks to a 2018 federal law. Third tip, your mail doesn't arrive. If you're receiving fewer items from the U.S. Post Office than you usually do, a thief may be intercepting your mail. If bills or other correspondence don't appear as inspected, be very suspicious. A thief may be at work, or an indolent postal worker may be dumping your mail and everybody else's into the street. It happened to me in Houston, Texas. The Postal Service free informed delivery service can help you keep a better eye on your incoming mail. It gives you advance notice of mail sent to your house. I have it. Lets me know what's coming in. Very useful. So if a piece of mail departs from the post office but never makes it to your personal mailbox, you will know immediately. And you can learn more in an article called A New Way to Catch Mail Fraud and Theft Before It's Too Late. Look it up. Tip 4, debt collectors call. If you've always been diligent in paying your bills, and then you receive a call from a debt collector, let me tell you something is wrong. These collectors could be calling about your debt because you never received the bill. And now it's in a collection that belongs to an identity theft, and your name is on that bill. Fifth tip, your health insurer rejects a claim. Didn't think about that, did you? Another sign of a red flag tip is when your health insurer rejects your insurance records because they claim that you've reached the limit of your benefits. This can happen if the scammers or thieves target your medical account, taking advantage of all the benefits so you can't make a legitimate claim. Data breaches in medical offices, hospitals, insurance companies, phishing emails are 2 ways that your medical identity theft happens, says John Breyault, a spokesman for the National Consumer League. You spell his last name Breyault. Identity thieves use phishing email scams to trick you, the consumer, into sharing personal information, such as social security numbers and other account numbers and passwords. So be careful who you provide information to online. Do not, I repeat, do not click on unfamiliar or potentially suspicious links. Number 6, you received an unexplained medical bill. One day, you go to the post office, pick up your mail from your box, and you receive a bill from a doctor or another medical provider for services you never used. If this happens, be suspicious, very suspicious. A thief may have gotten your health insurance information and used it to receive medical care, leaving you with the bill. And this is a form of medical identity theft. Take action quickly, report the breach to your medical provider and health insurance company. If this sounds unlikely, it's not. Medical identity fraud is a big problem, Bryroot tells Money Talk News. Prescription drug identity theft. When thieves use your medical information to order medication, is common as well. Be forewarned is to be forearmed. Tip red flag. 7. You see suspicious changes in your medical records. One tip off that you've been a victim of scam if your medical records include a health condition that you don't have. This can mean that a thief had access to your medical records and he mingled his problems with yours, potentially damaging your ability to get the care that you really need. Again, act quickly if this happens to you. Report it to your medical provider and insurer, because everybody gets scammed. Red flag tip 8. Your tax return gets rejected or your refund doesn't arrive. It's hard to, I'm expecting, doesn't show up. But that doesn't mean that you would immediately jump to identity theft. However, this type of scam is all about beating people to the punch and filing fake tax returns before you can file real. If a return has already been filed in your name, a second one will be rejected. If this happens, the FTC recommends going to identitytheft.gov to report it immediately. There you'll be able to create an identity theft report and an affidavit for the IRS to launch an investigation. Number 9, a state employment office contacts you. And the 10th one is a merchant declines your check. Again, do your due diligence. Report it into the FTC. Report it into the police and your bank. And find out what you can to repair the damage to you. All this information will be provided to you on our blog, passionandworldtalkradio.com/blog, where the audio is there along with the description of what the episode for this week is all about. I urge you to go ahead. The holiday season buying has started in earnest, and you need to protect yourself. Your identity stolen? PWR Network LLC at gmail.com and tell us about it anonymously so we can get it out and share your experience with everybody else. Thank you very much. Have a great week.